Homes that are sitting right now usually have one of three problems. It's price, presentation, and patience. Are Phoenix sellers losing power? That's the question that I'm hearing more and more right now with a slower market. And to be honest, the answer is yes. But not in the way most people think, not as in like a doom and gloom, the market's going to crash kind of way. Homes are still selling in Phoenix. They're absolutely selling. Buyers are still buying. Sellers are still walking away with strong results. But the market is not the same market we had a few years ago. That's what sellers need to understand. Back then, sellers had a lot more power, automatic leverage. You could just price aggressively, maybe skip a few prep details, put the home on the market, and still get a ton of attention. Today, buyers are more careful. Payments are higher. Interest rates are higher. There are a lot more options too. So a lot more sellers in the market. So buyers aren't rushing into homes they feel like are overpriced or poorly marketed or poorly prepped. So if you're thinking about selling in Phoenix, the big shift is this. You can still win as a seller, but you can't be casual anymore. The first place sellers are losing power is on price, because a lot of sellers are still emotionally anchored to what their neighbor got during the peak 2-3 years ago of the market. And I get it. When someone down the street sold a house for a huge number 3 years ago, it's natural to think your house should be worth that too. Maybe you got hooked on that years ago, but buyers don't care what the market used to be. They care about what their monthly payment is going to be, and the homes they're comparing to is whether they feel like it's best value for what's available right now. That doesn't always mean being the cheapest. It means being positioned correctly. So if a home is priced too high, buyers don't always come in low. They just might even skip it completely. And that's one of the biggest differences in this market. The second place where sellers are losing power is in presentation. So when buyers have fewer options, they're willing to overlook more. Maybe if it's old carpet, bad lighting, cluttered photos, awkward listing, dings, those kind of things, they mattered a lot. But now they matter much, much more. Your first showing is the scroll. So it's the phone, it's Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin. The listing photos make so much difference. If they don't make someone stop online, you're not going to get them through the door. So that means photos, staging. Once you get them there, we need repairs, cleanliness, and curb appeal. And even the order of the pictures that you put online can make a serious difference. So the third place sellers are losing power is in negotiation. It's a buyer's market. Buyers are asking for more right now. You have to list with thinking about you might have to come in with help for closing costs, repairs. You might want to help them with a rate buy down. They might want appliances or home warranty or other concessions. That doesn't mean you have to say yes to everything, but sellers need to understand that negotiations are more normal and maybe the avenue towards getting your home sold rather than just watching the listing go stale with all the others. So in the hottest market, sellers could say, take it or leave it. Today, that attitude can cost you a good buyer, a good contract. Now, here's the good news. Sellers have not lost all their power, because a well-priced home presented in the right location can still get strong activity. Buyers still want good homes. They're still responding to value. They still move quickly when something feels right. The sellers who are winning right now are the ones who treat the listing launch like a campaign. They don't just throw the home online and hope to get a super high price. We're not hoping. We study the competition. We prep the home. We price it strategically. We make it easy to show. We want the first week of activity. We want that to be the best week because that's going to be when we get the feedback. First 7 to 14 days really, really matter. And if you launch and get a lot of showings, but no offers, that'll tell you something. And if you launch and don't get any showings at all, that tells you something else. If buyers keep mentioning the same objection, that's valuable information. So the market is always talking. Sellers just have to be willing to listen. So are Phoenix sellers losing power? Yes, sellers are losing power at overpricing and still getting rescued by a frenzied market. Yes, they're losing power because they could skip presentation, or they're losing power and assuming that buyers will just compete for anything. But they still have the power to win with the right strategy. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. A more balanced market rewards better preparation, better pricing, better marketing, all the more reason why your agent is valuable. So if you're thinking about selling, ask, what would make my home a more obvious choice for today's buyer? You have to look at it from the buyer's shoes. That question's what's going to get your house sold. So if you want, send me your address. I can show you what other homes buyers would be comparing your home against right now in the Phoenix market. And we can at least think about this as a strategy to get homes sold in a market where 30, 60, 90 days is more the average time frame for getting these homes sold. Hey, thank you for listening to this video about the market right now. I am a real estate agent in Arizona. I work with buyers, sellers, and investors. And in order to make my life easier, I used AI to help build myself an app and a calculator to help you if you're figuring out as a buyer your mortgage payment. If you're a seller, it helps you figure out how much you're going to net after a sale. And if you're an investor, it helps you figure out whether a fix and flip opportunity is worth it by analyzing all of the costs. This is just a free tool that I'm building. It's super simple. There's no cost. I just offer it out to anybody. That way, if they are considering buying, selling, or investing, they can at least take those first steps for themselves to run the numbers, see if it makes sense, and then reach out to me, Christian, a local real estate agent here in Arizona. Would love to help you with the contract process, the negotiation process. I've helped people move in from out of state. I've helped people sell to move out of state. I've helped families, first-time home buyers. So I've been around the Arizona market for quite some time. Give me a call, give me a shout. Thanks so much for watching, and I will be back soon.